Hey guys, a quick note before we jump in. When we recorded this episode about 4 weeks ago, it was actually intended to be the start of season 6. We were excited to share all of the updates, the drama, and all of the things that we had planned for the season ahead. Then life happened, and for me, it was newborn life, construction chaos, and family visiting. For Britt, work got busier than either of us anticipated, and it was just absolutely insane to try and schedule anything and organize babysitters. Our schedules just did not align. And then before you knew it, our plans for season 6 had turned into an unplanned pause. Now, looking back, I honestly think it may have been God's way of telling me to take a real 12-week maternity leave and just slow down for a season. And unfortunately, we accidentally pulled the plug on our cameras before our recordings had saved. So we have everything on a power strip, the lights, the soundboard, everything, and we just unplugged it before hitting stop on the cameras. So therefore, this episode is audio only. At the time, I was so upset, but now honestly, it feels oddly fitting for this episode about plans changing and giving up control. The season of giving up control for me, especially. But rather than letting this conversation sit on a shelf, we wanted to share as a little midsummer check-in before we officially jump back into season 6. This time away has given us the opportunity to really evaluate how we're operating, and we are so excited to continue to grow, change, and evolve, and we can't wait to show you what we have in store. We are planning to pick up the mic within the next couple of weeks, and we can't wait to catch up with all of you. Thanks for being here with us through all of the seasons, especially the unexpected ones. Now let's get into the episode.
What if the secret to perfect parenting was admitting that none of us have a clue? The truth, we're two real moms figuring it out in real time and keeping it real along the way. Each episode, we're calling BS on perfection and bringing you raw combos with parents and professionals who aren't afraid to go there. Because what if the real parenting hack was dropping truth bombs instead of pretending like we got it all together? Let's get into it.
All right.
Mama.
Give
your grandboy some booby.
Give your grandboy.
The grandboy. I'm not this forever going to be grandboy.
Forever.
I have a granddaughter and a grandboy.
And a grandboy. So, background, we were just talking and... talking about Jill. Jill deserves another seat in this podcast because I feel like we mention her every time, but that's my mother-in-law. And she was just like, Brittany was just like, so she only has grandboys. I'm like, I mean grandsons?
Yeah.
No
granddaughters. No granddaughters, just grandboys.
I'm like, grandboys? So
I was like thinking of grandsons, but then boy mom, and it just
all flew together. No,
yeah.
It was cute. I like it. It's like grandboy. Okay, anyways.
Is your baby breathing under there?
Yeah, so guys, let me just go ahead and get that out of the way. This is a nursing cover, and it has these tiny holes in it. It's made for this. So I don't want to hear any shit from the internet about putting my kid under here.
And it's so funny that you called it, and it was like within like the 2 seconds.
Oh my gosh. But Brittany came back. She was like, we're not going to do this. And then she deleted her comment.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. I think she's actually a listener. So,
oh, sorry. Well, that was a biatch move. You got to admit that.
If you do listen,
if you deleted it, you agreed that it was a biatch move. Thank you for listening.
And also, yeah, thank you for listening. But yeah, like if you're listening to us, then you know that like we just don't tolerate like any kind of mom shaming, no matter what it is.
No.
So, anyways, yeah. So, welcome back. Excited to be back. It's been what?
Are you out of your Are you out of your maternity leave?
Yeah, I guess. I'm reemerging.
Wait, maybe it's a 1 month though, right?
Season.
1 month, 2 months.
Almost 2 next. Yeah, it'll be 8 weeks on Saturday. So 2 months. Wild. Yeah. I saw somewhere that's like the end of the newborn stage.
I thought it was at the end of 3 months.
I thought so too. You see different things on the internet. By the way, if you guys hear things in the background, we're still in construction.
Yeah,
I sure saw it.
But it's headphones. Almost done.
It's
literally
done.
Like you're just putting up you're just making a few extra edits, right?
Yeah. So
flooring.
So they're doing the trim around the windows today, and then my father-in-law is coming in town tomorrow, and then he'll start on Friday putting in all the floors. He's a flooring contractor, so I'm excited about all the floors, but that will take a little bit to put in because it's just him, and I think Justin's uncle might come down a little bit to help.
Oh. But that'll take all weekend or like more than a weekend?
Oh, like more than like 2 weeks. Like,
okay.
It's also, he's also doing the bathroom. So he's got to tile the whole bathroom, whole shower.
Okay.
Like, so it's going to take a little bit.
And you have to give him some breaks because of union, you know?
That.
You can't be like, you need to work this whole time you're here.
Even though he will. No. And also you have to then finish the flooring. So then we have to have a hardwood guy come in afterwards. And I think it takes a couple days to like dry.
Oh, got it. Okay. And then you have to stain the deck.
Yeah, but
that's your last thing.
Yeah, I mean,
that's amazing. But those are
it's
your
a
last
functional
big thing.
deck. That's all I care about right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's torture because right now you'll see when you go inside. But like the 2 entrances to the addition, they are put up by there's like plywood. So all we can do is just go through our room. Like our bedroom. We have double doors going out to the addition.
But eventually those will open up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now all the traffic's going through our room.
Oh.
I just need the pocket doors.
So like all the traffic, meaning like even the workers?
No, they're going around.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them don't, but yeah.
Oof.
For the most part, it's just, I'm like, okay, I'm like in my newborn stage. I'm like, can I just have a little bit of privacy?
I'd like to be a little naked with my newborn.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's the updates on my end. What about you? Any
I don't think I have any life updates. That's how we landed on some wedding stuff.
I was gonna say.
Was it. No, like life's been like my personal life has been pretty stable. I don't know. Did we have a conversation about the baptism? Are you good?
You know what, Brittany, I am, because this thing's not hitting me in the face, but it was a little far away. I just need to get a little closer. But yeah, I'm good now. We're good. We're good now. Got a lot to juggle over here.
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
Baptism.
Did we talk about that?
Because it was after I gave birth.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. So the girls were baptized. So we did that at our church. And one thing that came out of it, obviously it was beautiful. The girls were baptized and that's what I wanted. And we had the friends that were there, it was great. And, but there was
a guy.
Is there a guy at our door?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, is it your contractor?
Yeah, I don't like this guy.
Oh.
1 second.
Can he just come in? Do you need to be disturbed? You're holding a newborn.
He doesn't get it. And we were doing so well.
Oh, so cute.
I know. He's getting so big. Okay. Sorry. Baptism. Go.
Okay. So no, the only like interesting thing about that would be the realization and the lesson there, because we had a hiccup, of course, with family. And it made me realize, because with certain things with the wedding, I was teetering. And we talked about this, but like, I don't really see a big wedding. I've never really saw a wedding. I really just like care about the ceremony, but then we're like going to do it in Philly, and then we're going to do it at my grandmother's thing. But then, grandmother's thing, but her, where they were married, and like this poor church. And then, there was this conversation to convince me that it needed to be done at cathedrals. So then we were going to do it at St. Peter and Paul's Cathedral, which is beautiful.
And you had a deposit down.
The interesting thing about the deposit. So, yeah, they had a deposit down, but it was like, it went from like basically free, not free, but like a donation to the church to like a $2,500 bill, like immediately. Because that's what it costs.
Oh,
right?
Like, I thought they charged
you. No, yeah. And like I get it, because like, the organs and stuff, but it became that. And then we're like, okay, well, how are we going to position the flowers? And then, what are we going to do in like these time frames? And like, how are we going to get people to move around for pictures? And like, I started to like immediately get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is not at all. I pictured a very small wedding with my friends. Like that was pretty much it. And so, and the biggest thing I kept saying was like, I want the little girls and the little boys all to be dressed up and like, it'd be like a big thing. And so all of these, like they were coming together, but they were complicated. And then obviously PJ and I have been very in like our Catholic faith. And so we're like, oh, we want to go to Malta. And then we're like, we started doing the math on some things of like going to Malta and the cost. And I was like, man, what if we just got married in Malta? Because a lot was going on. And literally the chat GPT version of it is like, we would be saving money like massive amounts of money of just doing it there, eloping. And so we're like, it's really just about us and the kids anyway. And then I was like, I was teetering because I was like, I don't do Pinterest boards. Like I have girlfriends who are like, I don't know if you were one of them, but like who like thought about their wedding from when they were a little girl. I was not that person. Like I don't have books of like things like that,
I wasn't, but I had a Pinterest board. I all I knew was that I wanted to dance to Dirty Dancing and do the dance at my wedding. And that's all I cared about.
Yeah. But like, I just, there was this conversation with my mother about like, I want you to have the Princess Diana wedding. And I was like, but I don't really want that for myself. Like, I don't imagine the Princess Diana wedding for myself. I don't want to do that. It's so overwhelming.
I'm surprised she said that. Like knowing the Kmart dress story.
Right. You would think at some point, because that Kmart dress story has like followed me my whole life, like of other things in my life of like me doing it my way.
Yeah. And if you guys missed it, she wore a Kmart dress to her christening.
Yeah. For her first communion. Because my mom was like so piffed at me because she was like, I got you this really nice dress. And we walk into Kmart and we see this $5 dress. And I was like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
And so it's just funny that, my friends, one of my friends had, this is going way off course, but where it comes around to is that I feel like my family, sometimes they know, or they think they know, or they place their expectation of what they think they know of me, and assume it for me instead of just asking me or taking me at my word. Cause I'm pretty a literal person. I don't really like put gray area. So if you ask me something, I'm going to tell you. I might change my mind. But I'm definitely like, this is what I want. So, anywho, the one thing that has never changed though is this family drama that just keeps circling my life. And so I was just like, okay, well, the baptism was supposed to be small, and then a bunch of people were coming, and then it became, we had a party, and it was, and then I had to get like, gifts and like party favors and stuff like that. And it became what I didn't want it to become. And in a weird way, I think the baptism might have been like a pregame to the Super Bowl. And I think there was like a little bit of signage from the man upstairs of being like, is this what you want?
100%.
Because there was just so many things that didn't go the way that I wanted them to go because I was making rushed decisions. Even down to like, and nothing against my girlfriend who's a photographer. She's an amazing person. But thinking back on it, I probably wouldn't have had someone who doesn't believe in God taking photos of a baptism because you miss it. Like there's a moment that it's a moment. It's like some birth photographers, right? Most of them, I would say 90% of them, 99% of them are mothers because they know what to, like, they know the moments of birth that would be. Yeah. And so I think that there was a little bit, like it made, like some of the images felt a little cold because there isn't an idea of whatever, but there's nothing wrong with the images. They're beautiful. There was nothing wrong with the day. It was beautiful. But there was a moment in the baptism where my family had
to bring the drama,
a little bit of an argument, and maybe a cuss word in front of the crucifix. And I was like, man, this is the craziest thing. But then I remember having my confession and the priest being like, hey, he knows that the devil knows you are like fast forward in your faith, right? So he's going to push you from the behind. And I'm like, that was literally the push from behind. It's like everything that I had led up to, everybody was so respectful because again, most of our friends you guys are Protestant. So like from different faith and different walk of life, but everybody was so respectful of my choice and like my kids, and it was beautiful. And it was like the one group of people you would think that would be the most respectful of that, like this happens. And so fast thinking about the wedding, I was like, I don't want this at all. I don't want to worry about people. I want to choose the people that I want. I want to be very intentional with the people. It was like Lennon's shower versus river shower. River shower was like a lot of fun. And, we had a ton of people and I wanted the most people because I wanted to just have this big party. And then with Lennon's, I was like, I want my mom group. I want to feel surrounded in love and not just surrounded by things. And
right.
I tell this to River all the time. People are things. Yeah. And so the same thing happened with baptism, even though it was very intentional on who was there. A lot of the other stuff wasn't intentional. Again, picking a photographer off the cuff and the first available date versus finding a meaningful date so that it could have been the way that I wanted because I wanted everybody to be happy and I wanted, whatever. It was available to everybody. And then trying to make everything work that week with family and their schedules and trying to have the babies kind of back in between. Oh, by the way, I still have to work. So you're it was just, it missed I have to like remove that, because PJ said that. He was like, you have to stop letting things steal your joy, because the thing is, the girls were baptized and that was a very beautiful moment.
Yeah.
And there are so many cute, such beautiful photos of like the little
All
girls.
the little girls, yeah.
And they got to witness it. And that was like they're like, River can like remember like all my friends were there to see me get baptized. Like that that has saved like my vision of what happened, because I was like, she got to like, that's the one thing she remembers, not just like obviously getting baptized. She remembers her friends witnessing her faith, and isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah.
So the same thing for me, I think about the wedding. I'm like, the thing is people witnessing this moment. And so I think it's a kind of an elopement, kind of not. We're basically just going to bring it back to Nashville because all my people are here. And I really want my grandparents to be there, but like they're not in good health. And even my, like some of the things, like we'll plan things and they'll just not do them anyway. So I was like, I don't know what a year is going to look like. And I can make it meaningful here. And then what we plan to do is like the next day fly to Philly and, you know, get some pictures with them either like at the courthouse or whatever to do like the legal part.
Yeah.
We'll try to make that work, or however that works. And then fly from Philly to Malta and just have the girls have like a 2-week vacation.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. And then just do all the things that we wanted to do, I think.
Yeah.
So the day, like
that's so you. That's you right there.
Yeah. We almost did it actually at mass. Like I was like, they were like,
no.
The priest was like, you could do it. I literally was like, yeah, I'll run right up. But the only thing is like, you can't walk down the aisle and you can't choose your songs.
Have that moment.
And I was like, there's some things I do want to choose. So yeah. So I was like, okay, we'll do it on it. I'll have the wedding day. I just don't want all the wedding things.
Yeah.
You know,
that is you. And I'm excited to be there and not be giving birth.
Yeah.
But yeah. You know, I feel like you got to look at it two ways. And I think you've kind of done this by compartmentalizing it. Like, I think you were embarrassed in the moment because you're like, oh my gosh, like because you said that is it the preacher?
Oh, the deacon was right there. Yeah.
Deacon. Yes. Was right there and heard. And I'm sure that was embarrassing for you, but you almost have to be like, thank you. You know what I mean? At this point, like just look at that moment and be like, thank you, because this saved you all of this time, money, effort in planning a wedding.
Yeah. Agreed.
And like you're getting what you truly want now. You're getting a Brittany Taylor wedding, not somebody else's wedding.
And we always talk about signs and symbols since like coming back into our faith. And the fact that it was in front of the benediction, so like in the Catholic faith, they have the Eucharist and they have it's in this big, beautiful, like encasing on the altar. And it was in front of the crucifix. And like, I'm like, I literally turned around. I have like, you can see the photos. I'm like, what? You know, when that moment happened. And so I was just, I think about it and I'm like, man, that was the moment of saying like, what is this really about?
Yeah.
Right. And do you, like you keep saying like this moment is about, the whole point of getting married was like the witness of faith. And like, if that is all it's really about, then we need to bring it back to the basic meaningful intention and make it about the mass and not about the people that are in it, you know?
Yeah.
Because even I ended up going to my priest, and this is where it really came from. And I sat with him and I was like, I'm having such a hard time. And he's like, why? You're just overcomplicating it.
Yeah.
He goes, it's not necessary. Not that it's not wanted or like people can't have what they want. He goes, but you don't want that. He's like, I can see you don't want that.
Yeah.
And he said, so everything that, you know, the flowers and the big, you know, things and the bunch of people and the big parties, he's like, those are all fun things. But like for you, it's masking something. And so he goes, you and PJ, even though we're kind of, you know, I keep saying we're doing it backwards, we're doing it differently. He said, you and PJ already have what everybody's looking forward to in a wedding, right? The promise of children and the, you know, the fullness of life and the love and trust that you have. Like you already have these things.
Yeah.
So the one thing that you were missing was centering it around Christ. And now that you're doing that, so that's what that day is.
Yeah.
You know? And he was like, it's not necessary to have all these things, especially if it's not what you want. You're just doing it because you think that that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting because I was like, okay, that's the sign. It's like my family is not, you know, they have been faith-filled, but they're, what's the word? Agnostic, I guess you would call it. Like they know God is there, but they don't.
But they're not practicing.
Yeah, they're not practicing. And so I'm like, okay, this was the moment. I'm standing in front of what I have been confessing with the people that have been my cross.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Got it. Heard it.
Yeah.
Ding. Like, dude, this is not going to happen on the day that it, so.
Yeah.
So like and that's the part is like, do I just not invite family at all? Because I'm at that point where I don't want to.
Yeah. How does PJ feel about everything? Did he want somewhat of a big wedding, or is he totally fine with like eloping?
He's totally fine with doing whatever I want. And I think he was like okay with eloping until he realized what eloping was. Because I was like, he's like, well, my dad. I'm like, well, your dad wouldn't be there.
Yeah. You're like, no, like, no one's there.
I'm like, it's just us.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, well, like, I want to do a bachelor party. I was like, well, there would be no bachelors, like, or whatever the like groomsmen. There's no groomsmen. Like,
but you can still have a bachelor party. I think there's people that still have bachelor parties.
Yeah, I was like, okay, fine, that's fair. But I'm thinking in his mind, he's talking about the groom, and he was like, okay, well, what are they going to wear? I'm like, they're not going to wear anything that day because they're not going to be. They're not there on the
be there.
And like, yeah, I was like, and Father John was like, yeah, it's just you and two witnesses at that point.
Yeah,
like. And they don't even have to be Catholic. Like they're just two witnesses. You can pick two people out and be like, hey, watch this. Like
sign this.
You saw us. So so I don't think he realized quite what like a true elopement would be. And I think there's part of him that like he wants his dad to see him and he should have that.
Yeah. So is he going to be the witness?
I don't know. I think we're just going to like ask somebody from church again.
Okay.
Or maybe our neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe our neighbors.
You're
just trying to go so neutral that like you don't upset anybody.
I'm just trying to go so neutral because I want everyone to know that like I don't want big, and I'm trying to neutralize the feelings that everyone else feels like they have to have for me.
Yeah.
Because like even down to like I'm like I want like I thought of bridesmaids. I was like that's great, but I'm like I have to coordinate with everybody. And then they got to stand there without their kids. I'm like I don't want that either. I don't want that everybody to. I don't want people to be separated from their kids.
But I mean like if you did, that was okay too.
I think what I would do is be like, hey, just so you guys know, you're very special to me on this day, but like, just sit down with your kids. Like, here's the first pew. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like there's like a reserve. I don't want everybody standing up there with me.
Hey, I mean, you can use this if you want. My friend, she got married in the Catholic Church. We went and we walked down the aisle. I think we stood there for like one prayer, and then we all went and sat in the pew because the mass was so long that she didn't want us standing there because they were sitting up on stage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's not weird to have a row filled.
Yeah.
Especially in Catholic weddings. So, just saying.
Yeah. So,
yeah. So, what else? Anything else on your side?
No.
I don't think so. This is going to be a really good episode. No, I have things in my head we can talk about.
Okay, good.
Great. So this week, Brittany and I actually experienced something brand new to us. Brittany, seriously?
Tell me.
Really?
What did we experience?
Our kids.
I know. I was waiting for you to say it. I knew what you're talking about.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay. Our kids are at a farm camp. I'm not going to say where. And they got to ride the bus by themselves. They're 3 and 4, you guys.
Okay, now also, by the way,
way earlier than any would.
Not a true, like, it's like 15 minutes. So it's not like a crazy
bus. It's straight. It's a straight shot.
Back roads, no highway. We take them to the bus ride. Like,
and best bet me and Brittany were following that bus the first day.
I know. That's why I was like, we have footage of this. Of like, I hopped in her car and we drove and followed all the way just so we could see where it was going.
You just make sure that the bus drivers.
We may or may not have air tags in their backpacks. We may or may not be watching the bus go every single day, up there 20 minutes early to pick it up.
No, literally. And then we were also like waiting for the bus to leave just in case they decide that they don't want to go.
We're also hawking the photo journal that they send. Like
are you opening?
Did you see that?
Wait, are you opening it up every 5 minutes?
Every 20 minutes. I'm like, hey, half the day's gone by, nothing's been uploaded. But I was like, I guess they're photo dumping at the end of the day now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I just need to know what's happening.
I know, but it's like fun.
Yeah, it's
fun.
Did
you have photos that would be uploaded at
her other place?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like imagine not having that. Our kids, I mean, like our parents didn't get any photos. Like at the end of the day, they had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah.
Well, eventually it probably won't. We probably won't have photos at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work for them. Think about that.
Is it? They have a phone.
That's true. I know.
Like,
but
click.
Yeah.
Click.
Click.
least I know they're paying attention to their children.
True. What's the other thing? Oh, and apparently like, well, bless you, being thrown into like little crushes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. River's like turning into a teenager right before my eyes. This is probably why I wanted to keep her away in a little bubble forever. But she's just so funny now. I think, and Easton is too, but just something about 4 years old.
Oh, it's like a big jump.
Because they have this like, this witty, abstract thought ability, you know? And so she goes to me, she's like, Mom, I'm like looking at these photos and I'm like, who is this little boy?
They're like sitting really close.
Eating corn. Because they had shucked corn that day. And she was like, I was like, oh, she's like, that's my, you know, I like him so much. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, he's standing a little close to you, don't you think? She was like, Mom, we're just eating corns.
Just eating corn.
I know that, but I mean, you guys are hanging out in all these pictures together.
And here we are thinking that Easton and River are like boyfriend and girlfriend, and she told you, she said, no, this is different.
Well,
Mom.
because of the reason why we think that, well, it's like a cute little thing is that Easton will come off the bus and literally hand you his coat. He's like, Mom, here, take this. And he comes back off the bus and he'll be like, River, I love you.
Maybe it's just a one-sided thing.
And River's like, yeah. But I did hear her say, she's like, can we go to Easton's house?
Yeah. No, they totally love each other.
Yeah.
But then I had like remember how you were like, you're not a crazy boy mom. Remember how you've always told me that? I think I had a crazy boy mom moment like yesterday.
I did, yes.
So I'm not prepared for this. I literally am going to buckle him in on the seatbelt on the bus. I didn't even make it to the first step. There are two little girls standing at the top of the step. Easton, come sit with me. Come sit with us. And then you hear River in the back. He's sitting with me. So 3 girls are after my boy. And I'm like,
hold on, ladies.
I almost turned him around and was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, he's mine.
It's just so funny how innocent it is too. Yeah. Like they're just like, they're so sweet. But it is funny how organically life happens like that. Like they're 3 and 4 and they're just like, they just know like they're sweet or they're nice or they're whatever. And they want to be, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is like, then they go into middle school and they're like, oh, that niceness. I don't know. You just like, you can see how it evolves from there. Like not putting anything on young children. I'm just saying like, you can totally see like the projection of like just the sweet little handholds and the, I love you and the, you know, to middle school and then being like, oh, that's a girl and a boy and I like them, you know, like it's just so funny how it starts because you just see it starts.
Yeah. And it's just like, but it feels really, really young. I don't know.
Oh no, it's 100% young.
Like, I'm like,
that's why I was like, is it a me thing? Am I like putting too much on this? But I'm like, no, she's literally being like, I like him the most. Yeah. And I was like, you like him out of what? Out of your friends?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, he's a really nice boy. And I was like,
he is a really nice boy. He happens to be one of my other mom friends.
Also so weird.
Sons that went to school with Easton during the school year.
Yeah.
And I went to the gym, go to the gym with her. So.
Yeah. So it's just funny how like organically that all happens. But also I told Courtney when we realized, I was like, you need to tell her that like her boy, obviously he's very sweet and very kind. And then the feeling is mutual. He was like talking about how she's his best friend.
Oh wait, you met her. She was at the baby shower. Mm-hmm. Whitney. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Duh.
That's so funny. But yeah, so that's a new mom moment for us because Courtney kind of like bullied me into letting her to take the bus.
I did.
And I'm still like, do I kind of regret it? No, I don't regret it.
Well, where he's going to camp is where he's going to school. And I knew that it's kind of far out there. And I knew the only way I was going to let him go is if he was going to ride the bus. But I didn't want him to go on the highway. So I was like, all right, it's just a back road for like 15 minutes. Like that's
because it's so far out, just so everybody realizes it. It's so far out that we have to drive them to the bus location.
Like 30 minutes just to the bus route. Yeah. Yes. And it's another 15 minutes. But they don't care that they're on a bus. They love being on the bus.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I was worried because River, like, one, she always wants to ride on a bus, but the problem is that she gets brave and then she gets like, I want my mom. So then I was like, okay, well, Easton will be on the bus with her, so that'll be fine. And then she gets that experience, and then whether or not she, you know, wherever she goes next, if she wants to be on a bus or whatever. But I was like, I just like, it's just so young for me.
Yeah.
That I was like, I can't imagine them being on the bus by themselves.
Well, I didn't know if they had seatbelts. I didn't know how you're going to do it. Like car seats. And like, we could have put their car seats in there, but they had buckles. And I was like, okay.
And then when she told me it was 25 kids, I was like, oh, what's going to happen? How are you going to, but they do such
like
where they are.
Yeah,
they have like what are they called? Like chaperone type of people.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing for sure.
And they sing worship songs the whole way there.
Yeah. So it's so good.
Perfect.
They like, yeah.
Hi, Bubba's. Yeah. You have something to say? Yeah? You think this stuff's so cool? All right.
Yeah. So camp, like that, we're just at that stage of life. That's wild.
I know. And then like, I'm sure you moms that like have like older kids are like, oh, duh. But like for those of you that like are coming up on this,
yeah. But you guys have to realize like it's their first baby. Those are our first babies.
First babies. Yeah.
So like it's your first baby. We had them for the 3 years. Like River was 3 before she had a sister, so it was just her for 3 years.
Yeah, like
she's all I know is a small little like thing that is now blossomed into this really smart, bright, beautiful little girl. And I have to remember that like, okay, I forgot about this part. So I come home, and the babysitter that's taking care of Lenny was talking to me about how she's going on this road trip with her dad. Oh my gosh, that made me cry. Ooh, I'm getting my period. And she was talking about how she's going on this, her brother. She's 20, and she said, "Yeah, I'm getting ready to go on this road trip with my dad and my brother. And you know, it's just been a long time since we had like a trip with just us." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Well, you know, like my brother like doesn't ever really go on trips with us, and like you know, we kind of like do our own thing." And I thought, because I had just saw some TikTok about like for 15 years. Like for the better part of 15 years,
yeah.
like they are all right. We stay in the same house. We have meals together. Like, you know, they don't really get friends until middle school where they're like going over doing their own thing. Like they get little jobs, maybe summer jobs or something like that. Like they're not really ever separated from you. Yeah. Like for too much. Like you know, like maybe like they're in school for a couple hours or whatever, but for the better part of whatever, they're in your vicinity, and you know, whether you're co-sleeping or sleeping, they're in your house, they're eating meals with you, you guys are going to all the events together. You're a unit, and then that unit splits, and that's it. And then I'm talking to some 20-year-old about how she's going on the first road trip with her brother ever for like she's like probably like a couple of years since the last time we went on a road trip together. And I was like, and she's like, and never with my dad. Like her dad loves to drive, so they're driving like a 16-hour road trip. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I wonder how your dad feels.
Yeah, you're like thinking
like they're gonna like he's probably just gonna remember them being like little kids, like driving them to. What does that sound?
I don't know.
Oh, it's probably is that us? I think construction.
I just turned this and it went off.
Anyway, I just got really emotional thinking like right now that's all we have, and then it's gonna go away so fast, and then I'm like, and also she's now on a bus by herself without me. Like it just, I don't know, all of it just like made me think about how quickly they grow so fast. And so it's I'm sure the luster of, you know, this whole thing will wear off, and I'll be like maybe okay more when she's in middle school taking a bus. I'm like, good, go. Yeah. You know, but right now it's just so fresh and so new. It's so different. It's such a change to the environment of being with them. And my friend Kayla talked about this because her kiddo's going on a trip with dad, and she was like, it's not that like I've never been without them, because like we go to work, or we have times where we need to have a sitter and we go do things. It's them leaving us. Like it's like her going away from
and
me.
Having their own little world for a day. And that's what's so crazy, I think, about seeing them, like 2 little girls coming up saying East and East. And I'm like, what did you guys all do yesterday where you want to come and hang out with my son?
Yeah. And I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I barely know your name, and like I don't know what you guys talked about, and like what did you play? And then
was he nice to you? Obviously, you know,
I'm like, was anybody mean to you? You let me know. Yeah. And she's like, Mom, stop.
You're like, chill.
I'm like, I just, you know, I'm like, what little world? What little world did you, like you said, it's like
experience without me. Yeah. That's wild.
But I'm like, also, I love that. I don't want to be Munchausen mom, but like, I just like
a Munchausen. You mean helicopter?
Okay, yes.
Munchausen is when you like you're sick.
Oh, okay. Well, like you need me, you know. I just like I don't want, like they don't need me. The independence is what's beautiful, but it's also what's so bittersweet, because you're just like, could you need me for just like a little bit longer? Yeah. But then I'm also like, no, I need this.
Yeah.
For after yesterday, like today, I was like, wow, I could get so much done. You know, like
Yeah.
I forget how easy it is with one.
Yes. It's like not having any at all. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what was I going to say? I need the internet to stop doing that though. You only got 18 summers.
Yeah, it's not fair. I can't. You're still in your postpartum too. Your hormones are probably like,
and they keep sending me newborns. You only have him as a newborn for, well, they said 2 months. And I'm like, I've got 5 days left, 5 days left. No, I have 3 days left.
oh my God.
Like, according to that. And I'm like, wait, what is it? Like, and it's just messing with me. And like, you'll only see these little baby toes that aren't walking this summer. I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Please stop, internet.
The weirdest mirror though, like because of all of that, I think is like, so his dad came and visited this weekend and just seeing like, I'm going to be an old person.
Oh, well, I think about that all the time. I'm like, I'm already an old person.
But like, it's not going to be just me and a baby forever.
I know.
And I'm just, so I'm like, as much as it sometimes is tough and like, I don't, want to take away from anyone's like maybe in your moments of pain, but just, and be like, oh, you just gotta love what you got. But I truly do like you have to find the pockets of joy here because they are so fleeting. Like I cannot even believe that Lenny.
Oh yeah.
Was that small. And you're like, oh, he's bigger to me already.
Yeah.
Because
already. Yeah.
It's just wild because I'm like, I was there last year.
Yes, you were. I still, when I see Lenny, I see her this small. Every time I see her, I expect her to be this small. And then she comes and she's even bigger. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. And then I just like, just remember that at some point I'm going to be old.
Yes. And like, there's nothing we can do about it.
No.
But this is the circle of life. Everyone goes through it.
Circle of life.
I always have to think, and this might be a weird statement. I think people look at me weird when I say this, but like, you want time to stop in these moments. And like, you're like, oh, well, maybe if I was richer, like I could get, no, everybody goes through this, no matter how rich, how pretty, how blessed you are in whatever way. He is like,
Mom.
Yeah. But yeah. And then, I wanted to just ask you, did you see that thing about the World Springs? This is totally like flipping it. Just speaking of the internet, basically, the World Springs Spa Center or whatever it is. It's like a resort down in Texas. Did you see how they didn't let that breastfeeding mom bring in breast milk?
No.
Okay. This is kind of crazy.
Is it viral right now?
It's going viral right now, and I wanted to talk about it and get your take on it. So basically, this breastfeeding
burn
mom,
it down. That's my take on it. Burn it down.
Burn it.
Because she's not even breastfeeding. She wasn't allowed to bring her breast milk.
So she wasn't allowed to bring her pump she was allowed to bring her pump in, but she couldn't bring the expressed milk inside, or they wouldn't let her keep it in a locker because there was no liquids allowed on outside liquids allowed on.
But it's not an outside liquid.
It's technically an outside liquid. But
technically an inside liquid.
Right. But it's now outside. So like the 17-year-old kid basically was like, no, we're not allowed to have liquids. And she's like, can you go get your manager? And brought the manager out, and he's like a little bit older. He's like, no liquids, like straight up. So like everybody, like all these moms went and canceled their reservations at the World Springs.
Yeah, because they wouldn't be
moms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, thanks for telling me. Well, I mean, the policy, obviously, like law.
The policy needs to change.
Well,
because
it's not a policy. It's against the law.
Against the law, but it's not an outside liquid. Like an outside liquid would be purchased, like.
Well, it said no, but like, okay, their rule says no liquids. And I'm saying that like,
so what
essentially like an outside
right,
liquid.
So what do you expect then? So a mom's going to come into a resort for 2 days. Who needs to pump?
So they were just doing a spa treatment. They're not allowed to have any like they were just doing like a spa day.
Okay, so she comes during an hour where she has to pump. She needs to express that liquid and dump it.
Yeah, dump it or take it out to her hot car. Yeah, in Texas. So like it's this whole thing on the internet. Oh, it's crazy. So like obviously like it wasn't actually the policy. Like the people above the manager like were like no like that's actually not the policy. Like they read way too far into that. It's two men or two young boys.
Well, it doesn't matter though. That is the problem though, is because it's too vague. People are open to making their own decisions.
Right. They've since, I'm not sticking up for World Springs. I'm saying they've since fixed it, and they have a lactation room in there and everything. Like they fixed it.
Good for fixing it.
My whole point of bringing it up is that it's so crazy to me how so many moms moms can really change the world.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they get on, they're like, hey, like we're completely boycotting this place. We're canceling our reservations.
I mean,
Goodbye.
think about the whole movement against food dyes was mother related.
And that's another thing I want to say. So like now, perfect example, like Target doesn't have any food dyes in their aisle. Like the cereal aisle. I think just the
Love
cereal.
that. I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. So like there's a couple people that went down the aisle and like went and looked. I think it was Whitney. She went and did like a check and filmed it, and there was no food dyes. And like anything that they maybe had, I think it was like berry flavor, like typically have. They just
that's why we
took
need
it
a
out.
mom in office.
Literally.
We do. We need like a middle like mom in office, middle class mom who is not on either side of the fence. I want a nice neutral mom in office.
And how much stuff would we be able to get done because of like what you just said earlier, like multitasking? Especially you're the ultimate multitasker.
Yeah, my brain doesn't work quite as well. But I think that you're right. At the end of the day, when people come together on a cause, whether it's whatever, especially moms, but when you come together on a cause because it's better for the world, like right, like the breastfeeding thing, like my argument, like that's a humanity thing.
Yeah.
Like, that is something that
you can't tell me where I can put my milk.
Yeah. No, it's for my baby.
Yeah.
And it's essentially what I would like to see happen if it hasn't already is that breast milk is not considered just a general liquid. It should be a medicinal liquid. Like,
well, the fact that you can go through TSA with it.
Or medicinal.
Yeah. Like you can go through TSA should just.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously.
and they can't stop you if it's even frozen, right? So like they only really stop you if it's in liquid state
Right.
and they test it, fine.
Right.
But yeah, no, like it is not a general liquid. It is
Right.
for your child.
Right.
So that is
It cannot be
nutritional-
replicated.
Yeah, you're taking a nutritional source from me.
From my baby.
Yeah. So that I can pay you $200 to smack my face around.
Yeah. And like that mom like goes into like something that she probably planned for, like months in advance, just trying to like relax. Can't now.
Yeah.
Worried about her milk.
Yeah.
Because like it is stressful.
That's totally the antithesis of what she was trying to accomplish.
Exactly.
Thank you. You know? No, burn it down.
Burn it.
Burn it. You're like, they've created an act of change. I'm like, burn it down.
No, I mean like they should have had their people. Well, I mean, the world.
First off, no man should make a decision. Like, I don't care. Like, the little boy did the right thing by calling the manager, but that manager should have been like, let me call a woman who knows what breast milk is and make that decision because that should not have been made.
Apparently, he came out like puffed up.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course. It's always that man. It's always. It's not always a man, but it's always that kind of man.
Yep. It's just like, it's up to us, I think, now to teach, like, or, you know, it's up to moms like me, 2 boys, to teach our little boys, like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So PJ and I had a very similar moment, not a similar moment, but at her swim class, because, you know, there's like they swim and then there's a little divider for the parents can stay and watch the kids. And so PJ and I go to a lot, and he's very pro breastfeeding. Like, you do what you got to do. And it was the first time he was like, because the teacher had come out to talk to us, and she's standing in front of me like you are. And Lenny wanted to.
Did you get my old mic stand? I
think you did. Lenny wanted to nurse. And so I was like, okay. As I'm listening to the teacher, and he's like, Brett, I was like, don't you dare.
Yeah.
And he didn't mean to. It was just the moment that he had, because it's a very small room. It's like a small room like this.
Yeah.
He's like, the moment he realized like how small and how like focused everybody was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't get, no. This is not, no one's eating. Like, I not that I care about anybody's eating, but like it isn't even a surface where you should think that like someone shouldn't pull out their boob.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like like nobody's doing anything that would inconvenience them. I'm listening to the teacher speak and my child is screaming. So either screaming and distracting from what she's saying, or I give her a boob. I'm not playing these games with you guys. And if anybody, and I was just, because the way he was saying, like, he was like, I was just looking at the other like people. I was waiting for a mom to tell me, like, or a dad or somebody to be like, ma'am. I'd be like, no. I welcome the day that a MFer comes up to me and be like, man, put your boob away. Please come to me. Because I am the person that will make you realize to never say that again. I will not back down.
No, I know. Like you, like
I'm not going to be like, oh, sorry. I'm going to be like,
so
fuck
sorry
you.
that my boob's out here feeding my child. No, absolutely not. I feel like that's how I feel in this pregnancy. I'm like, I will just whip it out anywhere.
Yeah,
I do not care.
No, it's between my kid and your comfort. It's my kid every single time. Yeah. Sorry, Bo.
It's actually funny that you say that. We were at the trampoline park. I think he was a few days. He wasn't very old. Maybe like a week or so old. We had to get out of the house, and an older man, and he had his 3 grandchildren with him, and he like came up to me, like he's behind us in line, but he was just like, you just make it look so easy. Like, you know, like, that's really cool that you're just so comfortable doing like, just like the opposite of what you thought a man would do. He was just like praising me for like being so comfortable, like feeding him like in public. I had the shawl on and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, you're just, you know, it's very, very easy. So it's like you either get that or you get a man that's just like so uncomfortable.
Yeah. They must know. I must have like RBF when I'm doing it, because I have seen people like look at me, because there's a few times where like, one, I have really big boobs. I don't know if anybody's listening that like knows, like my boobs were already big, and they like just crazy when I had kids. Right. Yeah. So there's not much I can do to hide them.
I went from a
double D
to an I, right?
To an I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know they made.
Me either. They're like bigger than my head. So like the whole Shaw thing, like it's great in theory until you have a summer newborn, and then you're like, okay, I'm hot. Also, like the baby squirms, like they're not if you've ever breastfed, like there's not a easy way. My kids do not like pump milk. I think it has to do with high lipase. So I'm not gonna spend 7 hours a day scorching my milk to make you feel better. So I'm not gonna do that. Do I whip it out? No, I don't do it with the intent of anyone looking. But I'm also not going to worry.
You're very good at like discreetly doing it. Yeah, right, how big your boobs are. Like you like slip them on there.
I'm not, because I'm not. I get like, I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm also not trying to. I don't want to draw attention to myself. That my intention is not for you to be looking at my boobs. My intention is to feed my child.
Right.
So I'm going to do what I want. Saying that, if it draws attention and you want to say something, please do. Please feel free.
Welcome.
Feel free to come to the stage.
Step right up, ladies and
gentlemen.
Step
right up.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. It's one of those like a tell me otherwise, or like the little tables.
Yeah.
Come on. Breastfeed where you want.
Surrounded.
Yeah.
Would you go on a Surrounded? Would you like?
I would totally do it for breastfeeding. I would totally do it. Oh man.
Especially like I'm sure people have a lot to say about the age.
Yeah.
Just tell them.
Yeah.
You're like every other country does it till like 4 or 7.
Also, why does it bother you? Like, what am I doing? My child is asking for something that nourishes their body. Why does it bother you?
Yeah.
That is a you problem. That is not a me problem.
It's a comfort. I'm comforting my child. Like,
yeah.
And to go back to the whole point that we were talking about, like, they're only little for so long. Let them be little and let me comfort them as long as I can. Like, thank you. Like,
right. And imagine being a grown adult shaming, trying to put to shame a child. Can you imagine that? Imagine like being a child and some grown man is like telling your mother, baby, you should bend your boob. Like,
am I doing something wrong?
Why are you talking to my kid like that? Like, go away. You're disgusting. Absolutely just foul human being that you think that your opinion matters in the matters of my children who are healthy, happy, and taking care of them.
Just because they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Oh, I just wish somebody would.
I hope I'm there for that day because I want to witness it.
Oh. I love that.
Surrounded. If you need a breastfeeding mom,
pro advocate for breastfeeding moms, I'm your girl.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Anything else to add? It's a perfect 45-minuter.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm ready for round 2.
Yeah.
What's round 2?
For later this week?
Yeah.
I think we're going to talk about millennial stuff. Just like random millennial things.
I love that.
I think. Or we talked to, I don't know. This season, I have no idea what we're doing.
This is called the postpartum season.
Yeah, this is the postpartum, the renewal season. I don't know. It's still chaos. There's chaos part 2.
Tune in.
Tune in. We'll. Oh, was that the end? You done?
No.
Okay.
They just leaves me.
So I guess she got my mic. I thought I checked him because I was like, it's this that's like always loose, and I thought that was good. So if you are a company that has really awesome mic stands and you want to sponsor us, please let us know because this one just keeps hitting us in the face. But we'll until next time, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to Truth Moms. Remember, mamas, the truth starts at home. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps us reach more moms like you, and plus, it's free.
Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and we will keep dropping those truth bombs. Bye.